Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny. The Dawning, which is Destiny's upcoming live event, will be launching this Tuesday, December 13th at 10 AM Pacific. The event will be arriving as part of the 2.5 patch update. While we can expect the official patch notes to arrive around an hour or so before the patch goes live, Bungie has given us a preview of what to expect in yesterday's This Week at Bungie, or as I affectionately call it, the TWAB. So let's take a look and see what goodies are in store for us next week. Before the update preview, this week we got an update to Crucible Matchmaking. Recently, players had been complaining about the lean towards skill-based matchmaking to give you a more closely matched game. However, Bungie finally realized this may be responsible for the increase in lag recently, favoring skill level over connections. They made some changes which should already be live, turning the dial back in favor of a better connection. While they warn us that this may result in slightly longer matchmaking queues, you should notice significantly less lag in those games. And if there's one thing I hate more than losing against players out of my skill range, it's losing against players that are lagging. So this change is music to my ears. Moving on to the TWAB for this week, Bungie started by giving us some more detailed images of the Dawning armor sets. And perhaps one of the coolest discoveries about this armor is that it looks different during the day than it does at night. During the day it's just normal armor, but at night it glows gold. And that seems to imply that we won't need any ornaments, which would be pretty incredible. We will be able to collect these sets from the Treasures of the Dawning mystery bags that will be available at Eververse starting on Tuesday. The armor sets look very lavish indeed, but I have to say I really like these sets, and will probably collect them for all of my characters. Plus, I can only imagine what they might look like with the super black shader. Very exciting. But perhaps the most interesting note about the armor is that the Titan set was designed by an artist over at High Moon Studios. That studio is one of Activision Blizzard's smaller studios that Bungie has partnered with to help develop Destiny. High Moon Studios was also recently joined by another Activision-owned studio, Vicarious Visions, previously known for developing the Skylanders franchise. The company announced their partnership today, stating that Vicarious Visions is excited to announce that we are partnering with Bungie to further expand the award-winning Destiny universe. Now, whether this means they'll be working on future Destiny 1 contents or helping the final stages of Destiny 2 remains to be seen, but this makes me very excited for the prospect of the immense scope that Destiny 2 is likely going to have. The more developers can get on this project, the more content we're bound to receive. But anyways, reeling us back to the 2.5 update preview, we were given a few more specific pieces of information about what's coming. First up, they fixed an issue where some players did not receive the Student of History trophy/achievement or the Sigil of the Young Wolf emblem. This was the emblem you got for attuning all of your Rise of Iron artifacts. I personally am actually one of those affected despite having attuned all of my artifacts with all of my characters, so I'll be excited to finally get the emblem. Next, we have some much awaited information on skeleton keys. Many players are currently very frustrated with the infrequency of the drop rate. Well, it seems like Bungie has heard us loud and clear and are taking some real measures to fix the issue. In the 2.5 patch, not only has the drop rate for skeleton keys been increased for all the Rise of Iron playlists, but you will now be granted one skeleton key guaranteed for the first account nightfall you clear that week. This makes me incredibly happy as I'm still hunting for that God Roll Stolen Will. Next is what I consider to be the largest quality of life improvement coming in the patch, and that is now once you reach level 40, uncommon or green loot will auto-dismantle into armor or weapon parts. Think the Traveler. Next is a nice unexpected surprise that will greatly benefit those who play Trials of Osiris every week. With the patch, you will now be able to trade materials to Brother Vance to obtain passage coins. Yes, that finally means no more coin farming. While we don't have all of the details, I imagine it would function something similar to the way it works with faction vendors. Finally, the update outlined another feature that was high in demand, which is that you will now be able to reobtain your Gunsmith Rank 2 class-specific legendary weapons by repurchasing them from the Gunsmith. So if you've dismantled your Steel Piercer, Immobius, or Sosuno for some reason, you will now be able to finally get your hands on it again. Bungie promises all of this and more come Tuesday morning. Unfortunately, there has been no mention of a sandbox update that might bring us a weapon balance. While it's still possible for Bungie to surprise us between now and Tuesday, it's looking less and less likely. I can only hope that some kind of balance arrives before the end of the year. But aside from that 2.5 patch is looking pretty awesome, and I can't wait to grind out the holidays away for some sweet new loot. Which of these updates are you most looking forward to? Leave them in the comments below. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for daily content. And I will see you all next time. Now, of course, while this weapon might be known for heavy streams of DPS against majors and ultras, it's actually kind of fun to use against regular enemies. The high impact low rate of fire machine gun is my favorite class in the game, and Thunderlord is a big reason why. It hits like a truck and is laser accurate.